Okay, today we are looking at 7.4, which is human energy needs change. So this is the last topic in chapter 7, and we'll have one more chapter to complete for the unit test, but just keep in mind that the quiz will cover chapter 6 and 7. So human energy needs change. So as we go through the many stages of life, from infancy through puberty to old age, our need for energy will change. So in this picture, we're looking at a developing fetus. There's a long tube we see here that is called the umbilical cord. Very important. It's the lifeline for the developing child. That is how nutrients pass from the mother to the developing fetus. It is through this umbilical cord. After birth, babies are still dependent on their mothers or another caregiver. The best nutrition for babies is breast milk. Babies can also thrive on artificial milk formula as well. That stimulates the nutrients in breast milk. So that milk formula will contain the necessary nutrients and minerals that give babies the energy they need to grow. So here again, in the fetus stage, the fetus will get enough energy if the mother eats well. So it's important that pregnant women are getting the proper amounts and variety of foods so that they are meeting their energy needs as well as the energy needs of the developing child. So metabolic needs change as we age. As people age, their need for energy or their metabolic needs changes. Every growth spurt, every development has its own demand for energy. So young people require large amounts of energy, especially during puberty, because they're increasing in height, they're increasing in mass, and they're also maturing sexually and physically. Breastfeeding mothers will also have high metabolism because they are providing nutrients for their own bodies as well as for the child or children that they are breastfeeding. Another important note about breast milk is that babies who are breastfed, they do receive antibodies from their mother, which help to strengthen the child's immune system. And studies have shown that breastfed babies are less likely to become sick because they're getting those antibodies from their mother. So what can affect metabolism? So number one is age. So for example, developing fetuses and young children, they are going to have much faster metabolism than adults because they are still growing and maturing. The time of day can affect metabolism. It's usually higher in the morning, comes to a peak around 10 a.m. and then it'll slow down throughout the day. Exercise, any sort of activity will raise metabolism. It is recommended that the best way to lose weight, if you're trying to lose weight, is to maintain the same food intake but increase the amount of exercise. The level of fitness is another factor that affects metabolism. Athletes and people who are physically fit have a high metabolism because they're using up large amounts of their energy, getting in shape and keeping in shape. Gaining weight, so if you're planning to if you're trying to avoid gaining weight, when metabolism drops, is to keep active, such as taking walks, swimming, cycling, and any other physical activity. Another way is to reduce your food intake, but if you're cutting back on food volume, you need to reconsider your dietary habits. So high amounts of fatty foods can increase chance of heart disease. If there's a lack of calcium, it can cause brittle bones. So it's important to be eating a healthy and a wide variety of foods. All right, so that ends the chapter 7. So you'll do the chapter 7, 7.4 questions on page 131. And then the review for chapter 7 is page 132 to 133. That you've been busy, but try to get it in as soon as you can.